tiny house. Wanted to get into another shit hit the fan video. Some of the news I want to cover is we'll get right into the Hong Kong situation. So nationalism has been taken over and spreading all over the world, basically. And I say it's a good thing. Everybody likes their home country normally. If you don't like it, you can change it. But people are trying to get away from the globalist model of globalism, where a majority, a bunch of countries get together under one government with a bunch of crazy laws that those countries have to follow, and they don't even, the people in those countries, they really don't want any part of that. So, Hong Kong, China, what's going on? Well, there's a lot going on. First, hats off to all the patriots in Hong Kong protesting for literally their freedom. Hats off to those guys. The struggle is real. They're up against some serious commie nightmare over there. But what it represents to the world is, look guys, the Chinese people have had to deal with this crap from their government for so long, and they've seen the nationalism kind of spark go across and change everybody else's country for the better. So there was a big enough cry for help, or big enough spark over there for them to jump on the nationalism bandwagon and try to get these people that are dictating in China these ridiculous laws and nonsense going on. So it first started out, they're basically protesting against China's new law, which would basically say, okay, we're able to disappear anybody who we don't agree with. Kind of like the big tech companies do if they disagree with you online. So, except in this case, they basically disappear you overnight and you're probably never heard from again. So, that was the beginning. But then it kind of transformed as the protesters saw their power, because they're basically up against the government, and they had so much support from everywhere, internally, externally, what have you, that it grew into something else just beyond, hey, we don't like these new laws coming in. We want freedom like the U.S. They've been waving American flags over there, singing the national anthem, the U.S. national anthem. You guys won't see that on the mainstream media for obvious reasons. But pretty crazy, guys. So the nationalism spark has even gotten into China, and I say that's a good thing. Now, in the meantime, if anybody's heard of Kashmir, now Kashmir is a place that the Indians, India, the country, basically owned and operated. And what happened was, Trump said, you know what, China's giving us a bunch of crap with the not making a fair deal for trade, and you know what, we like India, let's get those guys a nice fair chance And they did. They revoked some law in the 40s that they made with India, where India can now take over, recapture areas such as Kashmir that once they had a lot of control over. Now they do have quite a bit of control over. So they went in there, and apparently India is supporting China via water and food. China gets a surprisingly amount of water and food from India, which is shocking. I didn't even know this, but basically, whatever that went down. So India basically just stormed Kashmir with 500,000 troops, took it over. It's not news because mainstream media doesn't want you to hear about stuff like this. That's why you got to come to my channel and others to get real news. But basically, it's pretty insane, guys. So Trump has an awesome ally with India now. Powerhouse up against China in case China pulls any more crap. Because, China's been expanding their military, building islands, taking over, bullying people out of this, that, and everything. And so Trump kind of let India off the leash. And they're like, look, China, you want to keep screwing us around, we're going to cut your water supply off to how many millions of people that live there. Talk about a shit hit the fan scenario, guys. Right? So it's really interesting to see all this stuff going down. And Trump's still playing his 4D chess, whereas everybody else is kind of twiddling their thumbs. But anyway, that's what's going on with Hong Kong. Now, a spin-off to this is going to be the economy, and I'm going to make that in another video. You guys have probably been watching the trade wars with China and the US and everybody else. I'm going to do that in a separate video, so I'll get to that when I get to that. Okay, so just tell me what you guys think about the Hong Kong situation. I already know they brought in plainclothes police, basically undercover, to try to infiltrate the protesting group, break it up, squash everything. Now that failed. The military is kind of on the border of Hong Kong, just letting their presence be known. And then, will it turn out to be another Tiananmen Square, if I'm pronouncing that right, where the military comes in and just slaughters a bunch of civilians? What will Trump think of that? What will you guys think of that? What will the world think about that? Do we want to, is that going to kick off a world war, or even like a ton of sanctions, or even more heavy tariffs? We don't know. Let me know in the comments below, though. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, guys, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the little notification bell button. Turn all the notifications on. And like this video if you can. Also, please consider becoming a Patreon member, because that would definitely help me out. It's only $1 a month. You get all my videos ad-free and before everybody else. And there you go. You get to help me out, support me, and everything I do. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.